Welcome back to my channel. We are doing Wildfire Mountain stages, and this is after you embrace the Earth power. I recommend that you grab the fire and melt the snow on top of the soldiers. You can also melt it on top of these three. You just have to make sure you look down to locate where they meet. Just like that. And if you take your time, you'll be able to melt that group of snow on the other soldier to the right. I didn't. That's an option. And you also can melt the snow on one of the first bobcats. On this run, I did everything except for the speed run, so I'll do that on my second attempt. Okay, now we're gonna start Mountain 2. And here I got everything except for the speed run. I recommend in the beginning you could run straight, grab one of the earth elements so you could create some vines to go down from this spot. If it doesn't reach all the way, make sure you have a way to get back up, so create another vine. The reason I do that is because you want to grab the bobcat that is next to the villagers and place him upstairs. That way, when you rescue the villagers, they don't wake him up. Also, you don't want to place him in the grass next to the villagers because sometimes the fire ricochets and burns one of the set of grass. And if the bobcat is in there, then he'll wake up and it's a disaster. The villagers don't really cooperate that well here. They get kind of stuck. You want to make sure you go all the way to the right side of the steps before coming back down to the left, or else they get kind of stuck. Kind of like that. So the right side you want to go to is this steps right here, and then they basically follow through all the way down. I recommend that you throw them there at this point, because I've seen them fall before if you try to attempt to jump or something. And this is how you rescue all 3 villagers in this stage. Now, the second objective you will get once you pick up a bobcat and cross over the scent of another bobcat that's sleeping. Now, to get the statue, you want to grab a bobcat and move them to the edge so you can have a space to throw without getting caught. When you drop them, what I'm doing here is I'm dropping them as the smell passes, kind of like jump roping. That way they don't smell me again after I grab them. I kept this one so I could get the meteor shard that is on the left side. Okay, so here's a little tricky part. Now, the best thing to do is to burn the crates first, and depending on how far your fire embrace is, you could go down and grab the fire from the ledge to burn the other set of crate that are down before the bobcat turns around. Now, if your embrace is not as far reached, then you could do what I'm doing right now, which is basically setting a path where I create more of the earth and grass to burn so that I could grab them on the other side. And what that do is 2 things. You have less ground to cover, but also you deter the bobcat from attacking you because of the flames. Then it's just a matter of timing when you hit the second crate and escape from the second bobcat before they notice you. Again, this is not my speed run, so I took my time with it. just like so. You're free and clear to run. And that's how I completed this one. At this point, you should have enough upgrade to get one of every ability and get the Water, Earth, Fire trophy. On the first video of Mountain 3, I got everything except for the speed run. And I will also show you where all the diaries are located. This is the first one. If you have a good amount of fire jump upgrade, then this stage is very simple. Beware not to burn yourself if you're away from water, and also cool yourself down whenever you can. The second diary is located next to the first checkpoint. That one. Melt the snow and jump up. And this is the third. Jump down and pull yourself off. And then right above is the fourth diary. Let's go down the bridge. And right up here is the fifth. Hidden in the corner, there's a dead body. And once you pick up the dead body, you'll be able to read the sixth diary. This is the seventh diary. if you come from the same side I came from, remember to get the chart there. Do not slide from the beginning or else you will fall on the other side. You have to use the vines to get close to the body that is impaled in the spikes. Once you remove them, then you'll be able to see the last diary. You might have to throw him away so you could be able to read it. This is what I do there. And another thing you could do, if you have parachute, you could parachute across the spikes. I myself did the hard way and just shimmied by embracing the vines. But the easiest way is to go across with the parachute. And then once you get across, that's the end of that stage. On Mountain 4, I got all the villagers and the objective, which is to keep at bay at least 3 bobcats with a fireball. So you have to be careful because sometimes they do jump back and they do attack you. So if you get too close, you might lose the fire, and it typically happens around this spot where, yeah, like that, they jump back. So be careful. I basically pushed them all the way to the spike where I attempted to kill the first 4 bobcat. That way I had free reign to free the villagers. This is a way for you to keep the fire going and also keep them at bay. And at this point here, again, make sure they don't jump back. And you might have to get rid of the fire. Just wait until he climbs to jump above the second one, because you will have to free one in order to impel the other ones. So the one that I didn't kill was the one that's right here. So I ended up freezing him at a point before he noticed me. And once he's asleep, I brought him back to the spike and took care of him. And like that. So now with those dead, you can free the villagers, grab the meteor shard, and then bring everybody to safety. And that's basically how I did this level. This is a video of my third attempt to Mountain 5, where I was able to complete everything all at once. You grab a vine and you throw that on this part. You want to get there quickly before the soldier patrolling on top turns around. Then you give yourself an escape and grab the second crucible. When you get up, you want to make sure that you are aware of where the archer is and get down when they turn away. Here, you could either throw the crucible at the head of this soldier, it will knock them out, but sometimes it doesn't happen, so I decided to just fall on top of them since I have a heavy foot on. You don't have to move them, but for habit, I just did it. So here you have the second crucible in place. The third is right after this water area. So you could bring that back at the very beginning. The other two are upstairs. I recommend that you put this archer to sleep. Makes it a lot easier that way. Depending on how strong your vine is, you should be able to put them to sleep in 2 hits. Use the same concept of the jump rope with the smell for that. And here, because you have that height, if you hit the 2 soldiers at the bottom with the crucibles, they will fall asleep. You have heavy foot on. And just like that. To soften your footing, throw some grass away from the fire. I just threw it there, so I can grab the second one. Move them just in case the crucible, the platform make noise. You don't want to wake them up neither. Even if you drop it, it's still in the water at the bottom. So here I threw it on the other side so I could grab the other one. I thought I left the third crucible there, but I didn't. So there you have the fourth. And the fifth. Set it to the highest setting, and then you could climb up from this side. Depending on how much you leveled up everything, you should be able to fire jump after you climb a couple vines. Make sure that you jump on the fist and the first pedestal to satisfy the second objective. And that's the end of this, and you should have completed everything. For Mountain 7, I just did the second objective and no save. For the speed run, you want to hurry up. The very beginning, you want to run and got the fire so you could jump up like so, and you want to do this so you could arrive behind this individual before the second guard sees you. Afterwards, you could technically just hide in the grass and wait until they pass. I had the one free run so they got basically closer together. Once they pass, you want to give yourself the vine that will help you get out. If you can aim higher, I would suggest you do so. And for the archer, just heavy foot him so he goes to sleep into the snow. Give yourself another line to come up from once you retrieve your bobcat, and same thing here. As long as they don't smell you 3 times, you shouldn't wake them up. So as long as you're quick, you should be fine. Once the archer walks away, then head down. Just 2. We're good. If they see the bobcat in your hand, they will get scared, so make sure he's hiding as well. And if everything works correctly, they should be on their way back and you'll have plenty of time to get up. And that's what I meant by aiming higher. If not, you have to kind of throw. If you miss, then this whole thing could be jeopardized. So best of luck. And once you do that, then that's the end of the mountains. And I'll see you next video for the city. Take care, and again, leave comments and subscribe. I'll see you next time.